What's up, everybody? Sunday morning, got the Jerry shirt on, having a cold beer, enjoying the off day. Thought I'd come to y'all with what I got right and what I got wrong. UFC Denver, it was a rough one on my bank account. The parlay definitely didn't go as planned. 2 out of my 3 guys, they lost. I knew Blackshear, he was a risk. He was a slight underdog. But I thought C-Rod would smoke Arosa. But apparently, Julian Arosa, he wins fights he should lose, and loses fights he should win. Mr. Juicy J. Anyway, I still had a winning record. I think I went 6-4-1 on my official picks. The one in that equation being the no contest by Brundage and Al Hassan. But I think the things I really got right, Rose winning, that was one thing I definitely got right. The Gene Silva beating Drew Dober and finishing him, another thing I got right. Joshua Van and Charles Johnson being, a good fight and being part of the good of the card. Definitely something I got right. Rose and Muslim Salikov fights being part of the bad of the card. Another thing I got right. And Brundage versus Al Hassan and Petroski versus Fremd being the ugly of the card. Another thing I got right. So I was spot on with that video. Now the things I got wrong. Damon Blackshear upsetting Montel Jackson. 18 seconds later, that was $100 down the drain. Probably would have been funner if I lit it on fire and might have lasted a little bit longer too. Definitely got that one wrong. Joshua Van losing. That was another thing I definitely got wrong. But there was a reason I didn't put him in my parlay. I knew Charles Johnson is dangerous, and he had that big size advantage. Although I thought Van looked incredible round 2, but yeah, Johnson, he throws some crazy stuff. He had he's got some pop in his shots. He got the knockout. So props to him. I thought both guys put on a hell of a fight, though. Christian Rodriguez was another thing I definitely got wrong, was super wrong about. I thought he would beat Arosa, but I'm not going to lie. When I saw him stare down at the weigh-ins, I texted my buddy, and I was like, damn, Arosa towers over C-Rod, And so that size did concern me, and Arosa, man, he just put it on him, He never let C-Rod catch his breath, and C-Rod was pressuring Juicy J early on and was landing really good shots, but couldn't get him out of there. And then the moment he tried to separate and kind of get at range and get his breath back, Arosa just started walking him down then. And then he locked in that submission, and he got it done. Props to Juicy J, Mr. Bands and Make It Dance. Now another thing I got wrong, Salikov beating Ponzinibbio. Granted, I didn't have a lot of stock in that fight. I knew it was 2 dinosaurs going at it, and either man could easily win, and I expected it to be a boring fight, which it was. Why on earth, as a matchmaker, would you make Ponzinibbio versus Salikov the co-main over Drew Dober versus Gene Silva in Denver? Dober's the hometown kid. Why on earth they made that the co-main, I have no idea. Also, why was Montel Jackson and Blackshear not on the main card? You're going to put Brundage and Al Hassan, 2 freaking garbage fighters, you're going to put them on the main card, but then you're going to have Montel Jackson and Blackshear on the undercard? I mean, that just makes no sense to me. But I guess another thing I got right, I guess I should start caring about women's MMA, because I went 3-0 on that. And I literally put 0 research into any of those fights. I was just like, I know Jasmine goes to Strickland, she'll win. Santos, big favorite, she'll win. And of course I know Rose, so she'll win. But yeah, cheers. I hope you have a good Sunday.